Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Indian Bro Code. So today we will learn about recently I gone through the mock interview which was conducted by Zero Analyst YouTube channel, in which he took interview for a couple of peoples out there who are fresher. So in that mock interview I get to know about some of the problems which he asked in the basic theory part of the SQL. So we will try to understand what are the questions which he asked in that interview. So first question, he asked about what are the different types of constraint used in SQL. Constraint. So answer for that question is that constraint are those values. Constraint are the conditions which define some of the parameters of SQL. In SQL, constraints are rules applied to a column in a table to ensure data integrity and to define the behavior of the data. They limit the type of data that can be inserted into a table, helping maintain the accuracy and reliability of data. Below are the different types of SQL constraints. Not null constraint. Suppose we define this constraint, so whenever we insert some data in the table, so that data needs to be not null. Means there is no null value in that. That will be zero, but there is no missing values in that particular table, particular column. So that is the null constraint. Ensure. So what exactly the definition for that? Ensure that a column does not accept null values. It enforces that every row must have value for that column. Okay, syntax for that. Suppose we create a table. So create table employee ID integer not null, and employee name and name varchar 100 not null, and the close with the bracket. Let me open PostgreSQL to better showcase all these things when we are 1 minute. Let me open that, then we will try to understand. 1 minute. Postgre. Okay, actually in the tool I don't have that tool. I will open the MySQL workbench. Yeah, for that I opened the MySQL workbench. So this is the MySQL workbench. This is the MySQL workbench. I will open the new SQL file. So in this I have to define one table. So when we go through, yeah. So this is the syntax which we have for creating a table. Suppose this is the table. The name of table is employee. So I need to select a database. So I select this database. So I use select set as default schema. So it's dark. It will be bold. So this means that the database is selected. So for creating a table, I inserted the command line here and just click on the Thunderbolt button. So data so command is successfully run, and after that I will check whether the table is created now. The select start from employee, and after that we need to run this command. So this is the table which we created, and after that we will try to insert the data. Suppose I want to insert only employee ID. So insert into employee values 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 employee. Okay, and in which column I have to insert the value? Only name. The value for that is Rajesh Sahu, and after that close by this semicolon. And so this shows some error. What error is this? So because employee ID does not have a default value. Default value is what? Not null. So that's why this command is not able to run. If we add one more thing, name and then employee ID, comma, employee ID, and we insert the employee ID as well, comma 1, then it will successfully run. Yeah, what exactly? Employee ID. Actually, this is how it is. This is exactly the employee ID. I did some mistakes in this, and after that, I will try to run it. So the data is successfully inserted because all the values are there. There is no null value in this particular table. We are trying to insert all of the values from name and employee ID. So that's why the table is successfully created and the data is also inserted in this. When we try to insert only one value, another value is null, so we will not able to do that because of that constraint. So this is the importance of constraint in SQL. So let me select the value is inserted or not. Select star from employee. And after that we need to close with the semicolon. So 1 minute. This is the table name. Yeah, this is the table name, and when we need to run this is how our data is inserted in this particular table. So guys, we understand that this is the constraint which we use in the SQL. And second constraint, unique constraint. What is the use of unique constraint? Ensure that all values in a column are different. it, It allows null values unless specified. Otherwise, the table can have multiple unique constraint. Okay. So the syntax for that, when we create a table, so we need to insert this constraint, or we can say this condition in that table. Create table employee. After that, we need to close with the comma employee ID, that is the integer character, integer type, email, varchar 255. That's unique, means every email ID needs to be unique. So second third constraint is that primary key constraint. Combine the features of both not null and unique. It uniquely identifies each records in a table and does not allow null values. Means every value in that particular column needs to be unique. Needs to be column, or we can say needs to be unique. A table can have only one primary key constraint, and it can consist of one or more column comprises of primary key. What is the syntax for the same? We need to create a table employee. After that, we need to close with comma employee ID. The type is integer, primary key, and name varchar 100. And after that, we need to close with comma and put the semicolon over there. Foreign key ensures that the value in a column, value in one column, foreign key matches a value in another column, primary key. A unique key is related table. It establishes a relationship between two tables. It has enforced referential integrity by ensuring that the record in the child table corresponds to the record parent table. Yeah. Generally we use this kind of when we have a two table and we need to reference with other tables. So that's parent and child tables are there. So in that time we need to define the foreign key constraint in that particular table. Check constraint ensure that all values in column satisfy the specific condition. If it check the validity of data entered based on logical expressions. Okay. Check constraint. Suppose we use this constraint. Suppose we want to just give you a condition. If someone want to vote, so then his age needs to be more than 18. His age needs to be more than 18, and if you want to create a table in which a person needs to be more than 18 years, so in that time we create this constraint, check constraint. Whenever we insert a data, if the age is less than 18, so it will not accept the data. So this is the use of check constraint in that particular thing. Default constraint provides a default value for a column when no value is specified during record insertion. This is useful for optional fields where a default value is often used. Suppose we want to create a table and we need to by default use that particular, like, suppose when we insert data from particular state or a particular village or a particular city, so that city needs to be constant over there. So we will use default constant for the same, and we need to you know by default the that value updated, but